subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. Hi everyone, my name is Anita and I'm so happy to welcome Jeevan Lawrence from the Goa Institute of Management. He is going to speak with us today his experiences of the PhD program or the FPM program at GIM.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Anita Sharma. It's always a pleasure to help young budding researchers.
So I'm
Thanks
going
for
to
this
speak with you
opportunity.
about your PhD experience and why did you choose GIM for your PhD and all other aspects so that we both can help the future
Yeah,
researchers to make a conscious decision to enter the program which you are also which you are pursuing right now. First of all, I would like to know about
sure.
the background which you have. Is it the photo of GIM campus?
Yes, yes, it is. So what you're looking at is a small garden, and right next to that, the building that you're seeing is the gym, and there is a multi-purpose hall. So that's not the academic block. Academic block is behind. So if you Google it, you'll find wonderful photos. I'm
Okay.
sure it's all photos are very pleasing to your eyes. So
Wow.
I do recommend all of those who are watching just check those beautiful pictures. Yeah,
You are
the campus is
enticing
very
me as well.
beautiful.
You are enticing
Yeah,
me as well
sure.
for the second PhD. It always feels like I should be in Goa for my second PhD. So
Yeah,
thank you, Jeevan, for accepting. I'm really very happy to interact with you. I've seen your profile and really amazing. So tell me, where are you from, and why did you think of pursuing PhD in the first place? What made you to take this
okay.
decision? Tell me more about it.
So I'm from Mangalore, Karnataka. So Mangalore is a coastal town, and I was into teaching for almost 6.5 years. I have worked in different private colleges, management colleges, across Mangalore.
Mhm.
So during that time, I was teaching in postgraduate department of management, and while teaching, always I felt, when it comes to project works and all, I'm not able to completely, guide them properly. And we had our seniors, who were PhDs, and the kind of guidance, expert advices that they used to give. I always, when I am in a confused state, I used to go to them to take advices. So I felt, okay, this is one area that I'm lacking a lot of knowledge, and the
Mhm.
only way to fill it is doing a PhD. So PhD was
Okay.
always in my mind as an academician, but I was thinking more like, okay, which is the right place to do it or
Mhm.
how to do it. There was no one to, in fact, guide me completely because, the thing is that in many private colleges, many, my seniors were in their 50s and all. So, how they have done PhDs back in the days. So they had an idea overview and everything, but they were not in a position to completely guide me. But there were faculty. I remember few of my colleagues who were always insisting me on, PhD and all. So I always had this in my mind. So only the question was where to do, when to do, how to do, how to get started, and all that.
Hmm. You
So I
answer
was
all
in
these
that.
questions. Okay.
Yeah,
When,
yeah.
why, where,
Uh,
how? Huh.
yeah. So that is where I started feeling the pressure. After 4 years of working, I started feeling, okay, I should also do my PhD. And this is where I met one of I would consider him my guru, my mentor, and everything. So he was also a PhD. He is now in his mid 70s. He has retired
Wow.
from the
Okay.
service. When I was working at St. Aloysius College, this person told me, like, if you're doing a PhD or something, the best thing is to do from a B school. You'll get, that expert knowledge, not like during their days, the knowledge was restricted to certain areas or something. They didn't get complete guidance, all the stories they brief. So he told me, there were always stories about GIM. I often used to hear about Goa Institute of Management, how this institute has progressed over the years. So I knew about this institute, and a few of my faculty had visited the campus few months before I joined that institute. So they always had praise words about the institute, and often they used to compare, where we should progress, where we should make improvements. So whether it is research, infrastructure, or the systems that in place, they had this insider information also. So when I heard about that Goa Institute of Management is starting this FPM program, I would say I never had any other college or institutes in my mind. It was just FPM, and trust me, I never applied anywhere else. But
Okay.
now that I see that many candidates they keep applying, they are very well planned. But I never had any other institute. Already I knew about the institute, and when I came to know that they're starting the program, it came like an more like a natural
Natural
choice.
choice.
Okay, yeah, there is no question of applying anywhere. I didn't think it was only GIM in my mind. The question was whether I'll be in or whether I'll be out. Because to be honest with you all, my education background, I didn't study in a B school or anything. I'm right now I'm in a village. That's where I stay, and I did my studies also in small private colleges in and around Mangalore. So there is sometimes people say there is a limit to dream, but maybe I am a story. Maybe it may inspire a few of them. But there is no limit for that. I did my studies in a Kannada medium college up to 10th standard, and after that also didn't get that good education. I would say. I mean, it was there, but I was lacking in language and all that. So when I applied, and when my name was there in that list, there was no question. It was only about joining the institute. Then I had to convince the management and all that. But yeah, they were also very happy. I mean, I must say the management was extremely happy, and they gave all the support. I mean, many times you may find this as a problem because you're submitting your resignation at a short notice. But they were very happy because they said it's GIM, so go for it, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
So you are
pretty much about my story.
finally here
Yeah,
on campus, and you are,
yeah,
you have already sailed through, or you have cleared all those stages which are difficult.
hmm,
It's like you're getting into your thesis stage now. Your second year
yeah,
is almost over. Tell
yeah.
me about the coursework more. Like what kind of
Okay,
learnings you have had, and what subjects did
okay,
you read? Did you study? Uh,
yeah.
what is the pattern, or how it
Hmm,
looks like? Tell me more about it.
hmm. Basically the structure is designed in the program structure is designed in such a way during the coursework period. Initially, the initial trimester, you'll have more subjects, and that will go on reducing as you progress through the program. Right now, we have just three subjects. So it's a mixture of both the PGP subjects and FPM core. So where you have a choice when it comes to PGP papers, you
Hmm.
can choose subjects, the PGP subjects from your area of interest or something, but no choice when it comes to FPM core. So FPM core has AICT recommended subjects such as the philosophy of research, research methodology, statistics, and all that.
Hmm.
And rest of the subjects depends on what is nobody will force you to take up something that you don't want. It's entirely up to your choice. So in that
Okay.
process, I've taken my area of specialization is marketing, but I
Okay.
also taken some other subjects like strategy and all that, because I felt that somewhere it will add my knowledge. And as a budding researcher, I know that research is interdisciplinary. So there
Hmm.
definitely you can take things from theories from another particular discipline and take it here. So in that way, it helps. So I always made sure that at least one subject I usually take from out of my area of
Hmm.
specialization. That
Hmm.
always helps. That gives me an all-round knowledge.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it has been a great experience so far, because like I said, I did my studies in the university setup. So there is day and night difference between what we study there and what we study here. More
Yeah.
of a there's a practical approach to everything. Case studies always help me to get a better understanding, to feel the situation and all that. So I really enjoyed case studies a lot, discussions a lot, even
Hmm.
presentations, their constructive criticisms. So one thing that I understood that is that despite my 6 years teaching experience, there is always something new to learn. Doesn't matter what, even if you're studying the same subject, probably for the thousandth time, when it is taken by a different faculty, every faculty has a different approach. There's always something new to learn, and
Hmm.
I'm always eager to learn something new and new.
I'm recalled of one statement that learning stops if you think that you know everything. So
Yeah.
you are so open to learning, and you are so open to listen to many people around you. You are learning from your
Mm,
peer group because you think that they know more than you. So it automatically makes us, learn more and
mm,
more, and we are, that hunger to learn more
yeah.
is that should be there. So I'll take you
Yeah.
back to your 1.5 years or maybe 2 years back. So when you were preparing for the PhD admission exam, this interaction is going to help those people who are preparing for the admission in GIM.
Mm,
Uh,
okay.
Tell me, how did you prepare? What did you study, or
Mhm,
how did you write your statement of purpose, or say your research proposal? How
mm,
What was your approach during
okay.
those times?
Yeah. So the first thing that did was, to be honest, I spoke to my mentor, like I said. So what I should do. So he told me, like, an area, find a research question, that excites you, that you think that it is worth exploring. So he was from a different background. So I came up with five, six, seven different areas. I did some, Google Scholar research and all that. So five, six, seven areas I listed and I showed it to him, and then he told me, help me, like, which is what is worth exploring and all that. Then I did the once he said, okay, this is worth exploring. Then I went through the papers and all that, but I didn't know at that time, the quality of journals, what actually to take, refer and all that. But I did my research in that way. So mostly by myself. After taking that, okay, one area, this is fine. Then in that area, who is specialized in that area, I took some guidance and all from them, like whether this has been researched or not. So, or whether this topic is worth enough to study and all that. So that advice I took from my colleagues who were already PhDs. And then there was a statement of purpose. That had to be submitted. So I guess if someone is applying, you will know the different different sections in that. It's starting with the about the reasons for pursuing FPM, then your career goals, then a statement of proposal. Statement of purpose. I remember I spent at least, I think, on an average, probably 1 to 2 hours just for checking these things, the literature and all that. So I think that preparation went on almost for 15-20 days, I guess.
Okay, so one to
So
two
till the
hours
last
for
moment.
so one to
Yeah,
two
yeah,
hours for
one.
15 to 20 days. Okay.
Yeah, 15 to, because that was the window that was open till the
Mm.
submission of this.
Mm.
I came to know about it almost, once the window was open, and after 15 or 20 days I came to know about it. There's a program. So first, I think I spent most of my time in searching, coming to that research question itself. That has taken, I think, probably 70 to 80 percentage of my time, because the topic you get, and that gets refined over time. On a time you talk to people,
Mm.
and they ask a question, okay, is it like this, like that.
Mm.
So the refinement, that thing, the process has taken me most of my time, I would say.
Okay.
And the rest of
Okay.
the things that came,
So,
because 1 2 day I took off, did all the
okay.
work and all that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you got your final, like, call for the interview, and
Yeah.
you were preparing yourself for the interview. What kind of preparations
Hmm.
did you do during those times? Like, what did you read, or
Hmm.
what exactly the interviewer panel is looking for, or it was looking
Okay.
for?
The interview was held. I mean, after the submission of the proposal, I think there was almost 1 to 2 weeks of time before the interview. So the duration of the interview was almost one plus hours. That's what I remember. I was all alone at the
Wow.
camp. Yeah. So
I think you were the
first,
only one who had the longest interview, in
probably,
my knowledge.
probably.
Hmm.
Okay. So it was, I remember, because it was 2:30. Most of my colleagues had left. There was some holiday, something like that. I don't remember. Afternoon, they were not there. I was the only one in the campus. So 2:30, when I left the room, it was 3:30 or 3:35, 3:40. I don't remember. So I remember it was 1 plus hours. Um, so the first part was that they had informed us that you have to present on the topic. I mean, proposal which you're given, where you have identified a problem. So present on that. So the presentation went on for the first 15-20 minutes, I guess. After which the questions were asked on that proposal which you have given. So they questioned on the methodology, the relevance of this particular subject. So many questions. I think that went on for another 20 minutes plus. So that's where I came to know where I stand in terms of knowledge and all. So the panel members were all from experienced people.
Uh,
So that's, and I also made a mistake. I think I can recommend that as a correction, as a suggestion for
Suggestion. Tell me.
someone who is planning to apply in future.
Mm-hmm.
Read and read and read, not from just from what you see in Google Scholar, but make a list of quality journals and
Mm-hmm.
read from there. You have a topic, at least I recommend in that topic, related to that topic, read minimum 20 papers and then you submit your proposal. So that's where I made a mistake. So yeah, and then there were questions. By the end, it was related to your area of specialization, what you mentioned, marketing related questions. Yeah, I was able to answer few, not able to answer few others which I didn't know, especially with respect to digital marketing and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. So yeah, so
So I
that's how
think
the
they look
interview went.
for the panel looks for the potential to pursue the research,
Hmm.
and also looks
Hmm.
for the perseverance and consistency in the candidate.
Yeah, if
So
you ask me what would have been their evaluation criteria, keeping my performance in mind and my background, I would say probably what they're looking for is your intent, your passion. I think sometimes it doesn't matter even if you have made a mistake or something in your proposal. It's all about how much work you have put forth for this particular study or something, and how humble you are, humble to work, hard work. There are certain things, not everyone. This program is not for everyone. So there are certain qualities more than your expertise because they also know you just got started. So there are things that could go wrong, obviously. They don't expect that this to be a final thesis viva or something. So that's okay.
true.
Make them feel that you are really passionate about it. You want to do it. You want to do something. You want to make a change. You want to, so it should not be just for, okay, I didn't get a job anywhere else. So because of that reason, I'm doing FPM, or, that's not what it is. You should be really passionate about this research thing. Someone would say, okay, I didn't get promotion because if I want to have promotion, I need a PhD. That's why I'm doing. No, that's not. PhD, this FPM program is not for you. So that real passion, intent, they should, you should make them feel that you have it. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think. Otherwise, probably, I shouldn't have been in this place. I mean, like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I have my net. Also, let me mention all that. If you have qualified net GRF, all these things will be an added advantage to you. Also, CAT score or GMAT and all that. That always will help in addition to your work experience and all that.
So what are your
So
plans
that
after your coursework finishes? So what are your plans? Like, did your proposal from the interview experience change a bit, or are you still focusing on your
it
thing?
has
Or
changed completely. That's the
uh,
funniest part. So I must tell you all. That's what I said. Your proposal, whatever you have mentioned in your SOP, that is for most of them it has changed. Okay, what they started was with something, and what they ended up with is something different. I mean, it's more or less. I would say my current topic or the area falls under that circle. It's within, but it's different now. I have shifted from social marketing to something else into sustainability.
mhm,
Yeah, the purpose might be the same, but it's different.
mhm.
That happens, with more and more and more reading. You know, your perspective, things will
Changes.
change. Yeah,
True.
what you thought or what would be, it all will change. That is for sure.
Mm.
We are six, and I think almost all of them have now changed, switched their topics to
Mm.
something else, because more and more you read, you'll understand, things.
Uh,
Yeah.
so, Jeevan, tell me more about the infrastructure or about the facilities which you are getting, because
So, for any researcher, budding researcher, three things are very important. One is access to data or information, the quality of the faculty, and the research atmosphere. This is in my opinion. So talking about the access to data or information, We have access to almost all journals, all prominent journals, EBSCO, JSTOR, Emerald. So all these. In addition to that, we have a library that is 24/7 open. And barely I have found a situation where a book is not available. Even if it is not, if you bring it to the notice of the librarian, you will have it. So you have almost access to all sort of information that you need. In addition to that, the software programs, and I must say our FPM office is very receptive to our suggestions, our requests. So I remember there was a time when we requested for certain software specifically for our program. It took some delays and all that, but we had it. Whatever the programs, usually if they feel that okay, it is something that is useful for the scholars, even if it is just for one person, they will make it available. That's the best part that I found about GIM. So we have access to Turnitin, we have access to Grammarly and most of the softwares, even for qualitative research and NVivo and all that. So most softwares are available, and there is also contingency fund available of close to 1 lakh, I believe. So from out of that also you can take, a particular software is available and you want to exclusively use it. You can take it, you can buy it and later on submit a bill or something. The money will get reimbursed. So that's a great part. So in addition to that, we also have research labs, um, simulation labs, where if you are doing, experiments and all that, it really helps. Like one eye tracking device is there, and there is a financial lab. And when I heard about the amount of investment that these, a single computer has, so really my head got, almost, I was like numb, thinking that, okay, so much of investment. That's, labs are there, journal access, library. So that's the best part. Next, talking about the faculty part, the GAM ranking, the publications that speaks, everything about the quality of the faculty. There are, faculty from IIMs, famous B schools from India, from abroad. So there's no question on that. So in that way, it is great. And the research ambience, like I said, the campus, you're seeing the campus. I don't know whether anywhere else you'll get such an ambience, because you have to just come and see. Don't just believe my words. Come and see the campus. It's located on the foothills of the Western Ghats. It's really green, really beautiful. I never felt that something, you don't have something like this, or I wish something was here. I mean, with that respect, infrastructure wise, we have everything. I'm really happy. That's why
I
GIM.
second your thoughts, Jeevan. This is one institute which is I have personally seen growing bigger and bigger and bigger in the past few years, and I wish that the research ecosystem, because the PhD program is newly inducted, so we are hoping the same outcome and impact from the FPM and the PhD program. So really thankful to you for sharing this honest feedback, honest advice, honest suggestions, your experiences. Really, really amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And I am sure that your video is going to be very, very helpful to people who are looking for research as a career option. And I wish you all the best for your thesis work. And I know that a lot of hopes are there on you because you are from the first batch. So you are going to lead this institute, and people will look up to you and see that this this person is from the batch one of the institute. So I wish you all the best. A lot of pressure is on you, but I'm sure you will be able to do it. All the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Anita Sharma. And like I said, it's always a pleasure to help others. Like I said, I got some help in my when I was confused about PhD, what to do, where to do it, how to do it, and all that.
I'm sure this
Like I
interaction is
said,
going to help a lot of people who are taking this leap of faith to take research as a career choice. It's great to see you all here. Thank you for watching our work. If you have not subscribed to Inkpot Hub Media, then please hit the bell icon and subscribe to our channel and support research celebrations in India.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.